Let's bring you the breaking news out of the Middle East this morning as you look at the port city of Tyre in Lebanon, and you can see the smoke still rising from airstrikes that have been hitting this region in the south of Lebanon all through the overnight hours and this morning. Israel and Hezbollah militants in southern Lebanon are exchanging really fierce cross-border fire today. Lebanon is reporting the highest daily death toll from airstrikes in almost a year of growing hostilities. And this is new video from southern Lebanon this morning. The Israeli military says it's carrying out extensive airstrikes and says it has hit more than 300 Hezbollah targets just this morning. Lebanon's health ministry saying at least 100 people are dead and many more wounded. Hezbollah now saying it has fired rockets into northern Israel in retaliation. The intensifying Israeli airstrikes have prompted an emergency meeting of top Lebanese government officials. The country's prime minister has met with ministers and members of the crisis committee. The PM earlier told a cabinet meeting Israel is waging a, quote, war of extermination, and he urged the UN and powerful international countries to intervene and de-escalate. Let's bring in Crystal Gomansing from London with more on the latest developments. Crystal, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. Yeah, no surprise that Lebanese officials are calling for de-escalation and for other nations to get involved. You mentioned the Lebanese Health Authority talking about those 100 individuals that they have been reported killed in these strikes this morning. They're also saying about 400 people have been wounded, saying that is children, women, and medics. So some numbers that we're just starting to get in this deadly volley, this deadly exchange between Israel and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, backed by Iran. We did hear earlier today from Israel's military spokesperson, Daniel Hagari, issuing a very clear message, a warning to people in Lebanon to get away from any Hezbollah infrastructure. This is what he had to say.
We advise civilians from Lebanese villages located in and next to buildings and areas used by Hezbollah for military purpose, such as those used to store weapons, to immediately move out of harm's way for their own safety. I want to repeat, move out of harm's way immediately.
More strikes are anticipated. The Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant saying that these operations in Lebanon will continue until Israel is able to safely return its residents to northern Israel, saying that, they have to make sure their people are safe. Hagari saying these were preemptive strikes that we were seeing, that they only took this action because they had information that Hezbollah was going to attack them. Of course, we are seeing the deadly ramifications of these, with, as you had mentioned, the 100 dead being reported by the Lebanese Health Ministry, and there we are being told that more of these strikes are anticipated.
And yet, world officials, world leaders, Crystal, continue to call for restraint. What kinds of efforts are they making to that end today?
Absolutely. We continue to hear these calls of restraint from individuals like the U.S. President Joe Biden, UK's Foreign Secretary David Lammy saying this past weekend there will be no winner here, that escalation will just mean pain for the entire region. Trying to de-escalate this at this point appears to be very difficult because of the rhetoric that's being exchanged. Hezbollah over the weekend, the deputy commander, saying this is now an open-ended battle of reckoning. Of course, a lot of attention now trying to figure out how to pull some of this back. Israeli officials were asked today, Daniel Hagari, if a ground operation is still potential. He did not say no, just that they will do whatever they have to protect Israelis. Heather?
Crystal, thank you. Crystal Gomansing from London this morning.